Hello, my name is J.R. Tallman, and today I'll be taking you through the 2022.2 new release highlights within the NetSuite environment. As you can see, I am in a release preview environment, so this will allow me to show you some of the new highlights. This should also be available to you, and you can search the help or suite answers for more information on how to get the release preview environment. In addition, you can see all the new release highlights by navigating to the help or suite answers within NetSuite. By clicking on help, this will take you into the help center, and you can click on user guides. Once you click on User Guides in the Center tab, you'll see a new release section where you can go and click on the new release notes. In this case, it's for the 2022.2 release. From here, feel free to browse and test out the new features in your release preview environment. The first enhancement that I'd like to take a look at within the release preview environment is updates to the menu search. When you are global searching, the global search results now include all hierarchy levels within the navigation menu. What that means is, if you were to type in sales order in the global results, you will see now two menu options, global search results and menu results. Previously, you would only see global search results, which would include the pages within the results themselves. If you have a lot of transactions, that could get cumbersome if you were looking for specific menu results. So in this case, if I'm only looking to enter a new sales order, I can go down to menu results and I can see it's underneath transactions, sales, and enter sales orders. What I don't like about this feature is it still includes the pages in the top here, which would be redundant. So you can see in here, it will say enter sales order and enter sales orders down in the menu results. I wish they would probably just keep this enter sales order page removed from the entire top and just show the menu results down below. I could see this where this is useful if you are searching for something in the system and you can't find it or don't know the navigation path, such as let's just go ahead and type in company information. You will see you can easily find it from the menu results here, which is underneath setup company and company information. So this is a small feature within the UI that I think will be beneficial for new users specifically. And if you do not know the menu navigation, I think it will definitely be helpful. The next feature I'd like to take a look at is what's called the Inline Editor Sublist Tooltip. What this does is if you're looking at a sublist inline, whether in view mode or edit mode, and you hover over any cell, a tooltip appears and it will show the column name of that sublist. I actually think this will be very useful when looking at transactions or entering transactions within the system. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this will work by entering a new sales order. So I'm going to go to Transactions, Sales, and enter sales orders. Once on the sales order, I'm going to go ahead and fill out the header information and get down to the sublist of the sales order. So when you're on the sublist, what will happen is I'm going to go ahead and select any item that I have on this sales order in my release preview environment. Once I select my item, what you will see is if I hover over any of the rows on the selection I'm using, it will actually now show me the column label. So in this case, it's showing me description, price level, rate, amount. So it is helpful, I think, initially when you are entering the transaction once you get down to, 10, 15 rows. Initially, it might be overwhelming just because I can clearly see that on my screen here. But this will show for both standard and custom fields. So you can see most of my fields on here are standard fields. I did add a custom field, and you can see that it shows custom field 1. So this will be helpful, I think, when users are entering transactions, but specifically when you're editing transactions that might have tens or hundreds of rows. So I'll go ahead and go to a sales order that I've already created that has multiple rows, and you'll actually see where this might be beneficial. So if I go to a sales order that has multiple rows, in this case more than 20 rows, and if I scroll down, I'm actually going to increase my screen resolution to be 100%. So typically what users would be seeing when they're entering or viewing a transaction. And I scroll down here, what you'll see is that top row, right, with the column labels does not show. And this is pretty common, right, with a lot of transactions, journal entries, revenue arrangements that might have tens, hundreds of rows even with journal entries. And it's very hard to determine what that row might be. So this is going to be very helpful. You can see where I'm going hovering over. And this will work in both edit mode and view mode, and it will show for both standard and custom fields. So again, a minor thing within NetSuite as far as the UI goes, but I think it will make a big difference and be very helpful for the end users. The last feature I want to cover in this new release video is the Scan Vendor Bills functionality. The Scan Vendor Bills functionality will be a new paid module within the upcoming release, and I suspect this will be introduced at SuiteWorld. This will allow users to upload or drag and drop vendor bills onto the Scan Vendor Bills page within NetSuite. Once the user uploads the Scan Vendor Bill, they can then click the Review Bill hot link directly on the Scan Vendor Bills page. Once the user clicks the Review Vendor Bill hot link, they will be taken into a next screen where the user will see the PDF copy that they uploaded or drag and dropped into the file cabinet on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side will be the scanned bill that NetSuite tried to auto-capture via OCR technology. This will work for both items and expenses and will automatically populate based on the information within the PDF. At this point, the user can override the information if the OCR technology cannot find, let's say, the vendor, the payment terms, the due date, etc. This automation will be a very big improvement if you are doing AP within NetSuite. There are some Suite apps already on the marketplace that do the same functionality, but it is great to see NetSuite include this directly within NetSuite as a module. This will definitely be a big improvement for any AP automation within NetSuite. If you are doing AP automation within NetSuite and you want to have that OCR technology, it will be interesting to see how NetSuite prices this and what kind of additional features that are included. That concludes the new release highlights. If you do have any questions, comments, or feedback, feel free to comment directly in the video below. Happy to take suggestions or email me directly. Thank you for watching.